Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let's take a look at wireless mirroring your iPhone or iPad using Apple TV. So you can show whatever's on your iPad or iPhone on your television wirelessly. To do this, you need to have the latest iPhone, the 4S, or the latest iPad, the iPad 2, and also the Apple TV 2. It won't work with any earlier equipment or currently the iPod Touch, but you can bet that anything new that comes out in 2012, any iPhones, iPads, or iPod Touches, and any new versions of Apple TV will probably have this feature. So to do it, it's pretty simple. As long as you have everything set up right, every device on the same network, and all your settings turned on. Let's take a look. So on the iPad 2, to do this, what you do is double tap the home button, and it'll bring up the recents bar here. Move over to the left and then tap the AirPlay button, and here you'll get a list of AirPlay compatible devices, and you'll see which ones can do video and which ones can do only audio. And you can see there's my Apple TV. That's the name I gave it. I simply tap on that and it will then start mirroring the screen to Apple TV. Now on the iPhone it's similar. Double tap, bring up the recents bar, move over twice, and now you get volume control and AirPlay, and there you can see the devices, and you can select Apple TV there as well. So on your Apple TV 2, the first thing you may want to do is just go to General Settings, and in there you can change the name of your Apple TV there, so that's how it appears in AirPlay. Also go to the network to make sure you're hooked up to the same exact network as your iPad 2 or iPhone 4S. And then under Update Software, you may want to make sure that you're using the most up-to-date version of Apple TV. If you have an older version, you won't have the ability to do AirPlay mirroring at all. Then, of course, you just need to go down here in Settings to AirPlay and make sure that's turned on. You can also set a password that is then required to start AirPlay between an iOS device and your Apple TV. So now when you turn on AirPlay, you don't have to do anything on the Apple TV. You just have to have it on and just waiting. And then on your iPad 2 or iPhone 4S, you just do what I showed before and turn it on, and instantly it takes over the screen. Now notice how it doesn't take over the entire screen. The ratio is 4:3 on an iPad and 3:2 on an iPhone. So it'll scale it up and take over a portion of the screen, but it's not going to use the entire 16:9 dimensions of a HDTV, for instance. But once I'm on, I can now do anything on my iPad and it will mirror the screen. So for instance, I can just go surf the web, I can play a game, I can do whatever I want. So to turn this off, all you need to do on your iPad or iPhone is just go over to AirPlay and just switch back to your main device, like iPad here. And you can see it shuts it off and gives me back control of my Apple TV normally. Now I should note that earlier iOS devices had the ability to use AirPlay to display things like video and audio through Apple TV. That's different than this, which is actually mirroring everything on your TV. So you could actually play a game and you could actually see the results on the television. You couldn't do that before. You can just say play a video or listen to something in iTunes. Now you can still do that. Matter of fact, sometimes if you go to play a video, it will actually play it on the TV in the normal AirPlay mode, even if you're mirroring. In addition to that, some apps actually will use AirPlay in a different way. Like for instance, some games will actually show you something different on the television than they'll show you on your device. Now you can also do this, but using wires instead of the Apple TV. So you can hook up this, which is the Apple HDMI adapter, works for the iPhone and the iPad. There's also one for VGA and even a component one. So the VGA one might be interesting if you're going to present something, say, on a screen in a business situation. But for televisions, you probably want to get the HDMI one. You can buy these from Apple online or in the Apple stores. And there you don't have to use AirPlay or any of that interface. You simply just hook up that cable and then hook it up to HDMI to your TV or the VGA cable, and it'll instantly just start mirroring what's on the screen. So I've been getting a lot of questions about this, so I hope everyone finds this useful. Till next time, this is Gary with MacMost Now.
Want more video tutorials? Just go to MacMost.com, click on the videos link at the top of the page, and then you can view all of the hundreds of MacMost videos by category.